Coach is on the road taking youngsters behind the scenes, and we land the big fish from Detroit, Mr. Domboski. How we doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Just fine. Now we're taking our youngsters behind the scenes, what it's like to be a Major League ball player. So we go switch up and find out what it's like to be a Major League executive.
Well, I mean, to me, I absolutely love it. I think it's you're very fortunate. You're doing something that you enjoy day in and day out. There's a lot of hours that's involved, a lot of interesting things that you do, and if you can do your passion, work in your passion, I think you're very fortunate, and for me that's what ends up happening.
Now you get to call all the shots, you over everybody.
Well, you may be in that spot, but as you know, any organization that's successful, everybody has input and feedback, and I think one of the most important things for anybody is communication, and so being in a position that you communicate and ultimately make the decisions is extremely important for a successful organization.
So I mean, what's life for that youngster out there? What's a day-to-day life for you in baseball?
Well, I think that's what's so interesting, because there really is no set day-to-day. And I think it's very dependent upon the time of year that you're talking about. There's definitely in season, there's on the road versus at home. On the road, of course, you're seeing a ball game every single day. Your schedule's a little bit different here when you're on the road, because you're in a spot where you're staying late, you're visiting with the manager after the game. Back at home, you're in the office earlier, but you're checking the minor leagues every day, finding out how they're doing, the transactions, the box scores, communicating on your daily businesses of everything that's taking place. And then in the wintertime, it's a little bit different, because you get in the morning at, let's say, 9 o'clock, but at that time, you're planning your club and planning the year ahead. So you're talking trades a lot more. You're in a position where you're setting up the next season, you're setting your rosters, your contract negotiations, a lot of business questions at that point. So I think that's one of the fun things in the game, is that it's so varied day in and day out on what we do, that what's always keeps it fresh and always keeps it interesting.
So in other words, you're telling me you got to have a real love for this game.
You better have a passion for it. You better have a love for it, because that is one thing. You will spend a lot of hours at the ballpark. And really, when you get into the beginning of the year, when you go to spring training, which is, let's say, February 10th, until the end of this season, and hopefully the postseason, so that's late October, you really don't have an off day when you're a general manager of a major league team. So there's no complaints there, but you better have a passion for it with the hours that you're going to spend.
All right, I'm going to ask you two last questions. I don't want to keep the balls too long. You know, I used to coach college baseball, coach high school baseball, scouted for 5 major league teams. Everybody thought I had the greatest job in the world, because they thought you get to see these major league players and you're around them, but you get to make decisions on them every day.
Well, it is. I mean, of course, the foundation for any successful organization is the scouting, player development, people that bring you the talent and make the recommendations. But for me, I wouldn't trade my job with anybody, because I absolutely love having the opportunity to watch big league baseball and have a chance to work with the people and putting together an organization.
And the last question, what is the emotional roller coaster like, managing a team up and down, win, lose, and well, that's the fans still in you?
Oh yeah, that's a tough part, actually, because you're so competitive. You want to win every day. You never like to lose, but yet you know that every good club is going to lose about 60 times even a year. If you lose 62 times, you still win 100 and you're in first place. So it's tough to deal with that, but you have to keep some type of even keel. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to make it through the season.
Coach, take your youngsters behind the scenes with the boss. All right.
Thank you very much.
More than a century has passed since Andrew Rube Foster, the father of Negro League Baseball, gathered a handful of black team owners in Kansas City and dared to dream of a league of their own. Today, his vision echoes far beyond the baseball diamond. Every time a player steps onto the field from the sandlots to the major leagues, the spirit of Rube Foster is there. His influence can be seen in the confidence of athletes who command their own destinies, in the success of black ownership across sports and business, and in every young dreamer who believes that leadership, excellence, and innovation belong to them too. In 2006, decades after his passing, Rube Foster was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, finally recognized as one of the architects of the modern game. Yet his true legacy lives not in plaques or trophies, but in the generations he inspired. The Negro Leagues broke barriers, challenged injustice, and changed America's national pastime forever. And at the heart of it all was one man, Andrew Rube Foster, whose courage and vision turned exclusion into empowerment, and whose dream connected the past, the present, and the future. His story is not just baseball history, it is American history. And it is legacy that will never be forgotten. The untold story of Andrew Rube Foster, the visionary founder of the Negro National League, whose courage, innovation, and determination built a legacy that redefined American baseball and inspired generations to dream beyond the color line. To learn more and/or to purchase the book, visit at www.feoa.info. www.feoa.info.